ECET2 stands for Elevating and Celebrating Effective Teaching and Teachers, and it's really meant to bring teachers together, teachers who are doing amazing things in their classrooms, in their schools and communities, and bring them together to share and reflect and problem solve, and with the hopes that they will leave ignited and ready to continue to make really positive changes in their own schools.
On February 24, 2018, celebrates the amazing works of teachers and discusses their success in helping out other students.
I went in to be a teacher, got my teaching degree, and I fell in love with the counseling aspect, that one-on-one, really affecting the students on a more personal level, give teachers the utmost respect and credit, but I found that counseling was more my calling than teaching.
I've always been taught to give back in some way, as like the purpose, having purpose to my life, and that's something that my dad instilled in me at a very young age. And I grew up knowing that I was going to be a teacher. There was no other occupation that I had in mind except for being a teacher.
As a teacher or counselor, Mr. Heaton and Ms. Camilla believe that their occupation is an important role in a student's life.
I think a teacher can be that one safe spot that a student can have during the day. And for me, it was my safe spot growing up. I had a 6th grade teacher who I always knew that I could count on, which is what inspired me to become a teacher as well. But just knowing that I can provide like some hope for my students' lives.
Beyond important. I mean, they spend 6, 7, 8 hours a day with them, 5 days a week. I think they have so much influence in their life. Basically like their second home, like school is like a second home to them. These teachers, these counselors, administration, office people are like parents to these kids, and they really look up to them. So I think it's our job to be a good role model and a good influence to them and teach them, you know, correct things such as manners and ways of doing things, and SEL programs are great. Yeah.
One story that comes to mind is I had a former student come back to me, and he came back and he told me that because I made them read every day for 10 minutes and I let them choose what they wanted to read, he had hated reading. And so I spent recesses with him trying to find, in the library, trying to find books for him to read. And he said like that is the reason why he became a language arts teacher. That's what he's going to college for, is to become a teacher. So just spending like that 10 minutes, and for me it was something that was enjoyable for me because I love reading. So helping him find a book to read for me was not anything extraordinary to do, but for him, I guess it was something that changed how he felt about reading.
It's such a good feeling in my heart. Like, I love these guys. I love all of them, and I just, I feel great. It's hard for me to describe in words how I feel. These guys make me feel, and I hope I can share the same thing with them. One life lesson that I would always tell my students: just have fun. You know, life is too short. Just have fun.
Hope that my students learn is to persevere, and when you face challenges, it's not necessarily the challenge itself, but how you react to it and how much you put into it.
This event helps teachers talk and understand what they're doing from other perspectives.
Well, one thing that I would want to take away from this event is to learn from my other colleagues. As a teacher, we don't get to network very often with our colleagues from different schools. So I'm hoping to learn different strategies and experiences from other people.
Basically, all the ideas I hear, you know, I can hear different schools and their stories and their struggles, so that really helps to make me feel that I'm not alone out there, that, you know, I can hear these different schools and we can partner together and create new solutions and ideas as to what we can do to help these students. So I find that super awesome that I can meet all these great people in these other schools.
As a teacher, oftentimes we get stuck in our own little world, which is our classroom. So it's really important to get other people's perspectives and like helpful hints in terms of how we address our students and our practice.
The ECET2.HI event brings teachers together to talk about the hard work each and every passionate teacher has done for their students and helps appreciate the hard work they put into their schools.